Yo, what up y'all? My name is Temp. Welcome to my complete walkthrough of Caelid Part 3. If you enjoy the video or learn anything new, please leave a like and subscribe to the Room Temp Gaming family. It helps out tremendously and is so much appreciated. So let us get started here. We are right now at Aeonia Swamp Shore. And we're going to be picking up a few items in here before we start off this list. We're just going to pick up some stones and some crafting materials. So once again, I do have this sped up a little bit to save time. One thing I wanted to go over real quick, back in Aeonia, I will be coming out with a missing pieces for that because I did forget to do the converted towers that give you a couple spells, and that is a part of the Thops quest line where we give him another key. He gives us a emote that we can open up these towers with, and we're going to go do that here maybe today or tomorrow after this video. So right now we're going to head to the middle of the swamp here. We're going to be invaded by Milicent as we are right now. You will get knocked off your mount, so be careful where you're standing. What I would recommend is once you're knocked off, you run back toward the swamp grace that we started at, and you pull her all the way over here, because there are some of these clean rot knights that will kind of mess with you while you're fighting her. She's not very difficult, but she can overwhelm you with her little waterfowl dance that Melania has as well. So just keep that in mind. There it is right there. It's a little tough to dodge. I usually just back up away from it and let her do her thing. But Milicent is a big part of the story. She is related to, I think she's the daughter of Melania. I think she's related to Melina as well. There's a whole bloodline thing going on there. So once she's dead, we can move on to the next part of the quest, which we'll be hitting up a little bit later in this playthrough, or this video, excuse me. These clean rot knights here, you can farm these guys in the swamp. You can get their weapons and their armor set pretty easily. Not terrible drop rates. I actually spent about 10-15 minutes running around here, just farming them, getting their little set, because their set is pretty nice. I do like it. I haven't gotten their scythe yet that does that halo ability that he's doing right now, but I'd recommend getting that if you're still sticking with the Faith Dex build. It's really, really good. So once we kill Milicent, go over, take that guy out. We're going to hit this grace right in the middle of the swamp. And then we're going to head west over to these ruins right here. The Street of Sages ruins. And there's quite a few items here. So first we're going to go down into this little passageway underground here. Pop it open. Grab our rock sling spell. The rock sling spell is really nice for beginning spell casting. I'm just going to take out some of these enemies or run away from them. I didn't really feel like dealing with them right now. Next we're going to head south and pick up the Meteorite Staff, which you're going to have to go around this little structure here to the other side on the ledge, and you can pick it up there. And there we have that. It's a decent staff too. It boosts gravity spells. Now after that we're going to head east And we are going to come right back there. I'm just getting rid of the rot that's on me so I don't end up dying, because I don't have my Flame Cleanse Me activated on me right now. So let's head back over to the west, and we're going to pick up the Traveler set. It's a pretty decent set of armor. I personally like the helmet, or the headpiece on it. It's a pretty cool looking one. And now after we're done there, we're going to head north. All the way up to this little corner here. We're going to grab this item if we can. And then we're going to follow the wall to the east, the big cliff wall to the east. And there will be a beetle. Oh, excuse me, there's not a beetle. That's a little bit later. There's this little cut we're going to go through back here, and there's one of these big sorcery ball dudes. I'm just going to snipe him from a while away. He does some sleep abilities there. I don't want to get caught up in that, so we'll play it safe. Grab the crafting materials that are back here. And now we're going to go find that beetle, which once we come out, we're just going to go east again. And the beetle will be invisible. This is not the beetle, this is just a health flask beetle, of course. So as we are looking for the beetle here, it's right past this. There it is, right near that big land octopus thing. So we can just wait around. Took me a little while to get him, actually. Kept missing. And there we go. We got the poison armament. Alright, next up we're going to go find Commander O'Neill. This guy's a little tough, but we've seen tougher, so got faith in y'all. First we're going to run around behind it here where I put my marker, get this beetle, and get the Ash of War Sacred Ring. This is pretty good incantation, not right at this moment. I don't think it's really that amazing, but a little later on it gets a lot better. So now that we got that, I activated him. Let's go back to this middle site of grace, the inner Aeonia site of grace. And we're going to rest up, and we're going to take out Commander O'Neill. Now Commander O'Neill, he does do rot abilities. You can avoid them for the most part. But you do have a summon that you can activate here on the ground. But we should definitely kill this guy first, because he spawns right where we spawn, and he will eventually just aggro you. So right from the site of grace, we come on in here to the southeast. We summon our cooperator. We summon our own Ash. And he does summon some enemies that'll just ping off at you with their crossbows while you fight him, so it's good to go around and just kind of take them out if you can. If not, just go ahead and start attacking him. I did start attacking him before I went over here to get these guys, because he will just destroy the summons and kind of makes them useless. So I wanted to get a little bit of aggro on him first. Now that ability he did was one of two big rot abilities that he has. The other one's a lot smaller. There it is right there. You have plenty of time to see him do it and back up from it. But other than that, just use your attacks, try and poise break him, get the crits off if you can. He's pretty slow in his attack, so he's easy to dodge. And there's his summoning ability. The second time he summons, he'll summon these slightly larger enemies from before. So it's advised just to focus on them for a little bit and take them out. And then we can focus on Commander O'Neill one more time. Hit him with the holy damage. Bless his life. Or afterlife. And the jellyfish got the kill. Nice. Alright, so he's going to drop us his weapon and an unalloyed gold needle. Now we need that needle for our Milicent Quest line. Very important. Alright, let's hit his Site of Grace here. The Heart of Aeonia. And now we're going to be going to get a couple good things up in the Sellia Crystal Tunnel, right up here to the north. We'll get the Rock Blaster spell, the Faithful Talisman, which is two pretty good things there. And then the Somber Smithing Bell #1, which gives us access to unlimited Somber Smithing Stones 1 and 2s, which will be that's a real big deal. Once we get those bell bearings, we always want to go and turn them in at the Round Table Hold, which, by the way, if you haven't been to the Round Table Hold in a while, please go back and exhaust all the NPCs, see what they got for you, see what they can do. So now that we're in here, let's grab that Site of Grace. We're going to head up the ladder to the northeast. This is a bit of a tricky dungeon here, but it's not too bad once you take out the enemies. Now before I take out these miners, I'm going to go try and take out the little pest centipede looking guys that are hanging around. There's about 3 or 4 of them in this room right now, and we're just going to go and clean them up so we don't have to worry too much about them. Because as you may remember, as you may remember, they are pretty annoying. They can just snipe you from anywhere with that dumbass ability. But that ability we will be getting in the game as well later, which is awesome. It's pretty nice in PvP. PvE, I don't think it's really the best, but it's something. So I'm just picking up some loot while these guys are trying to get at me. Collect myself a little bit, get my bearings straight. And there's one. Remember, these miners are vulnerable, they're invulnerable to quite a lot of things. Strike damage is not one, so that is recommended, or jump attacks, so that you don't get staggered every time you hit them. Alright, so we got those pests dead. Now we can go take out some of these guys. Grab the smithing stones that are all attached to the wall and all the other crystals. Here's another one of these guys. I think this is the last one in here. These guys are real good at dodging, that's for sure. Oh, we both went down there. Alright, so let's climb back up to where we were. Grab the rune arc. We're going to hop over on this across the way here. Oh, I missed the jump. So we're going to hop on that little hut in the middle there. And this is actually the dungeon that you get pulled into if you open that trap chest. in Limgrave. Alright, we made it over onto the ledge here. Pick up that materials. And let's make our way further into the dungeon. This guy does sneak up on you, so just be ready for him and his rock blaster ability. And then we head further in. We can take the ladder up. And don't forget about the Somber stone right behind you when you get up here. And this is the next little area. So there is some pests up top there and some miners. I'm going to go up there and take them out. Got a good range ability there, you can use that. And there's a chest in this first room right here. We'll pop open, grab our rock blaster spell. Grab some stones. Hit up this ladder. And we are basically above where we were earlier, the room we were at earlier. And now I'm going to, after killing these guys, there's a shortcut ladder that we can kick to open that up for us if we need it later, right there. And now we're going to head west. And in this room here, there is a bit of an ambush to the left. And there he is. Get that dragon grease. Now when you fight this guy, be a little bit careful. I'm not being careful. I'm surprised these other guys didn't aggro me. But there's other pests up on this, on that wooden platform to the right as you walk in. There they are right there. They're worshipping something. So we're going to sneak up, get a big crit off. And now we can pick up our Faithful's Canvas Talisman. Talisman that raises your faith. I think the potency of your faith abilities. Pretty nice. And now all we have left is to make our way into the boss room. Now this boss is kind of similar to the forget what it was called, the lava salamander that we went up against a couple videos ago, but it is a gravity meteorite falling star beast. I think a lot of people have trouble with these guys. I never really had a whole lot of trouble with them. However, I do understand the difficulty that they present. But for me, they've always been kind of easy kills. So do your best. I think there's a Stake America right outside this room, so you don't have to run all the way back. But if you do, you know the way. And jump attacks are great here because they are also kind of like the miners in here. Hard skin. But we gotta kill this guy because we need our bell bearing. Those are super important for us, for anybody. Get unlimited smithing stones. You know, we are both almost dead here. This went through the dungeon without dying. And now I have no flask to use. So there we go. We got some stones. We got our barrel bearing. Good job. Now we can head back out. And the next place we are heading to is the Gowry's Shack. And before that, we're gonna get the Rotten Stray Summon, which is like the little, like diseased, rotted dogs We can use them as a summon now. It's actually not that bad of a summon, to be quite honest. To the south here, and we can pick up this Site of Grace. And this is the Sellia Understair Site of Grace. So from here we're going to head southwest, not go in the city, not go in this little town yet, but we're going to head southwest, wrap around, and we'll end up at Gowry Shack right about there. And we're going to continue our Milicent Quest. Now Milicent is not here, this will be Gowry. We'll just be talking to him, having him fix our needle that we got from Commander O'Neill. But he will require something of us first. So of course we will oblige. Alright, so this is the Milicent quest line's a little tricky right here when we talk to our NPCs. We're gonna have to rest and whatnot, or maybe even reset the game, log in, log out, log in. So exhaust all the dialogue. She'll give you Sellia's secret. That tells you, if you read it, it'll tell you how to get through this little town that we're going to be going into, Sellia Town of Sorcery. And just keep exhausting the dialogue all the way until they say the same thing. So now once we're done, we can head into the town and complete it. But from here we're going to go over to the Understair Grace that we were at, because we have to finish exhausting the dialogue of Gowry. And to do that we have to rest. So I'm resting multiple times just to make sure he's completely reset. I even changed the time, and I'm heading back to Gowry Shack. This goddamn guard dog they got out here. Alright, now that we're back, we can exhaust the rest of his dialogue. And there we go. He fixed the needle for us, but we still have to take him up on his request of the town. So we are going to head in here, clean it up, and then we'll continue with the Milicent quest. Guy doesn't look like he's doing too good in that chair. Alright, so let's head in here from Gowry Shack. There are spellcasters in here that are invisible until you get close to them, so just be careful of that. And if you head directly north into the town, you'll hit these stairs right here. There's our little golden seed tree, and this will be kind of our starting point for the jumping puzzles we're going to be doing here. So heading southwest, we're going to hit this branch, jump up on this tower, and what we're looking for right now are these towers that have bonfires up top that we are going to light the fires. There's only 3, and that'll let us break down the barriers that we see around the town, the magic barriers that we cannot enter. So that's our first one, and we're going to stay up on the rooftops so that we can get all the other loot and activate these towers. And right here we have a, what is this, the Staff of Loss. Grab that. I'm pretty sure I fall off here, so we're going to make our way back up. Just go right back up to the seed tree and we can start over again. Luckily the jumping here isn't too difficult. That was just a little mistake on my part. Now we can see the other 2 towers from up here. One's directly in front of me, one of them's to the right. There's a beetle. You can take care of the beetle on the branch if you want right now. I'm going to wait a little bit. You could go and hit that beetle right now. It is a teleporting beetle, but I'm going to save it to whenever I actually have to go across it. So for now we're going to jump to the southeast. Be wary of enemies up here. There are a few. loot the dead bodies. And we're going to hop across to this side, and this tower here is the number 2 for the lighting the fires. Climb on up, light it up, or spark it up. And on the same housing structure as that second tower, we have the Cerulean tier Scarab helmet. And now we're going to come back to the second tower, hop across to the southwest, kill these spiteful little demons. This guy's playing games with me the entire time. He's at like 1 health. There we go. And now we can come over here and get this beetle. I'm missing him completely. So I'm going to run over there. He will disappear though, but that'll give me a better shot at him. And there he is, right on the rooftop there that we're going to be heading toward anyway. There's our AoW Double Slash. I cannot ledge jump those. So now that we fell down, let's just grab this Redmane Painting, since we're down here anyway. That's right in the middle of town. It's kind of hard to miss. It's glowing. And we're going to backtrack and go right back to where we were. Alright, so this is where the beetle was, and this is our 3rd tower here. But let's grab this Stonesword Key first. And our 3rd tower is ready to be activated. And now that we have our 3 towers activated, we're going to get some loot from the ground level, because some doors are now open, or that were being protected by spell barriers. The barriers are now broke, I guess I should say. So we're gonna run around like madmen trying to avoid these fucking sorcerers and just get our loot. So the first one, we can go toward the understair. It's right next to the understair site of grace, but in the town. So right there, each of these items are inside of one of these little hideaways here, in a chest. So that is on the southwest side of town. Now you're just gonna have to follow my lead here. Go back to the middle, right near the painting. We have another one, the Night Comet. Pretty decent ability. And then we're going to go get our Imbued Sword Key. Now I had to clip this out for a minute because it took me forever to find this, but I will show you exactly where it's at. Don't mind me right now, I'm just running around like an idiot, getting pummeled by spells. So from the middle of the town, where the Redmane Painting was, you can turn right here going east. And then once you're where I'm at, you can go east directly. And then I'll go behind these buildings here, right where I'm getting shot at. So we come back here. You see the wooden fences, you're in the right spot. And right in front of me where these arrows are, that is where the Imbued Sword Key is. And I had to clip things out because it took forever for me to get there. I couldn't line up my clip properly. So it's right where I pointed at, on the east side of town. Not really hard to find. There are some sorcerers guarding it, so take them out. Alright, so now we're going to go get the bosses of the area, these Nox swordsmen or swordstresses. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, I can't remember, but they are pretty agile and quick. Let's grab this site of grace real quick right next to the golden seed. And we're going to backtrack to the golden seed and take a right, and that's where the entrance to the bosses will be. The Nox swordstress. There's two of them though. These guys aren't that difficult. They're pretty squishy. Okay, the Nox monk and a swordstress. Alright. Alright, we got our flowing sword. One more thing to grab in that little building right there, and that'll be Lusat's staff. And this is arguably the best staff in the game. High requirement to use it though. Alright, so now we're going to head to the Church of Plague. From that side of grace after the Golden Sea, we're going to head up the trail here, maneuvering around the goddamn balls that just spawn out of nowhere like Indiana Jones. I don't care about these skeletons right now. We just want to get to the Church of the Plague. Take these pests out, and then we can continue our Milicent Quest line. It's actually a really great quest line later on. Get some really good stuff from it as well. So there's our sacred tier. Hit that grace. Rest up real quick. Alright, now Milicent should be sitting on the ground over here. Where is she at? There she is. I don't know why I mounted up. Let's demount. Exhaust all of our dialogue. And we are going to have to do a little tricky trick to continue her quest here and talk to her again just like we did before. So after you give her the sewing needle, the screen will fade to black. And if you can't tell, she doesn't have an arm right now. We're exhaust all of her dialogue. And once that's done, let's go rest up. She will be standing now. We can exhaust her dialogue again. She'll give us her Prosthesis Wearer's Heirloom Talisman. That is a good one. Now that that's all done, we're going to head back to Gowry Shack, which do not follow where I'm going because you can't jump off that cliff there. You got to go around it. There we go. And this is still not the right way, but that's okay. I thought that I could hop down off the ledge here, but I cannot. So instead of doing this and dying like an idiot, we are going to go to the first site of grace that we found at Sellia, which is the Understair site of grace. And we'll walk around to Gowry like we did in the beginning. I changed up my build a little bit. I'm going to be changing up again later in the next video, but just messing around. I love thrusting weapons, and the clean rot sword, thrusting swords are pretty nice. So I'm just messing around real quick, testing them out. I don't even think I have them upgraded. Alright, so now that we're back here, there is Milicent. Exhaust all of her dialogue. I must say strong. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to log out to the title menu, make sure the game is saved, and we're going to load back in. So let's do that real quick. This will just make things a lot easier for us, a lot quicker. And once we're back in, Gowry will be here again. And we're going to exhaust his dialogue. He will have some spells that we can buy now, which if you are interested in them, go ahead and buy them. I think they're all pretty decent except the mist. Alright, now that he's done, let's teleport back to the Plague Church, the Church of the Plague. We're going to go up and grab this Starlight Shard real quick. And then we are going to head up to our next and final dungeon. Just trying to get my bearings and remember where exactly it is. Yes. First we must, okay, yeah. First let's ride past all these bats to the southwest. We're going to hit up this little rune right here. You can continue through that little archway, or you can come kill this giant over here. I'm deciding to come kill the giant because of runes. Why not? I think I thought that he dropped something, but he sure doesn't. So it's up to you if you want to kill him. If not, skip ahead a few seconds. And you can go through that little archway there, and we can get our Eternal Darkness spell. It's kind of an interesting spell. Not the best though. Alright, if you chose to kill him, let's go over to the archway here, this little bridge thingy, gate. There will be some sorcerers here to greet you. You can just run through them if you like. I'm going to just go ahead and take them out, because I am testing out my kind of new build. Not doing too well with it, but it has been a while, so give me a little bit of a break here. Alright, now that we're out of there, there's a little decrepit tower here. We're going to head straight to it. There's going to be a Bloodhound Knight, and we're going to take him out and go grab our spell. Now these Bloodhound Knights, when they do big slams on the ground, they have a nice, decently long window to do an attack on them. Alright, he's down. Let's go grab this. Pop open the cell, and there it is. Alright, so we're going to head back to the Church of the Plague. We're going to continue up the path to the northeast. and this is where we will end out our video after this dungeon, Sellia Hideaway. And we got three items we're going to grab in here, and to get in here there is an invisible wall in the cliffside behind this battle mage. Now that big hammer spell that he's doing we will be getting in the before mentioned Aeonia missing pieces video that I'm going to be doing here today or tomorrow. Very awesome spell to have. And there's another really cool cannon spell too. So here's that invisible wall here, right behind that grave. We head on in. This isn't too crazy of a dungeon. However, there are a few hidden areas that you might not notice your first run through, so make sure you kind of pay attention and run along with me. Alright, so we got our grace. I'm just messing around real quick. I have a hard time sticking with one weapon, man. I love switching weapons up. Alright, so let's take out this miner real quick. And there is a illusionary wall there that we must dodge through. And here is another one. Now we have two paths here. We can go left or right. We're going to go left first. You don't really need to, but we all know I'm gonna. So you might as well. Now we hop back across here to the beginning, and we're going to take our second path across the crystal. We're going to jump this gap in the cliff here, take out these snails. Jump back over the gap and just completely missed. That's okay. I didn't die. We're coming down here anyway. Alright, so now that we're down here, if we head north, there is a battle mage down here, or just a regular mage. He is guarding a sealed room. We cannot get in here until later in the game, but remember this, because we are going to want to come back. There is part of a quest that we need to go in there for, and it is quite important. So we will be back here later on. After that, we can head over to the south here. There is one of these goddamn, man, I always forget what these guys are called. They're just fucking cancer at this point. Revenants. Tis what they are called. And you can just stand here and shoot them if you have a ranged ability. If not, just, you know, good luck. You can't summon down there. So once he's dead, pick up all the loot. I did die one time already in here. Go figure. I don't want to deal with it again. I don't have a whole lot of time to play this game, so I'm trying to cut things down as quick as I can for you guys. I'm not going to be using any ridiculous exploits or anything, but if I can, I need to save time. Also considering I'm editing all this stuff for you guys as well. So we head back up. We're back to those snails now that we killed earlier in the gap that we could not clear. So instead of clearing that gap, we're going to head left from those snails. We're going to come around here, sneak up on this guy, take him out. Try to take him out. Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, now that they are dispatched of, we can jump across this gap here. And we're going to head into this tunnel. And now we're going to actually start getting the loot that's on the screen there. So this big area here is our main area right now. If you go directly to the right of me where I'm at right now, excuse me, we can either go to the right or go straight on down. We're going to go down first. Sorry, this is such a confusing place. And there's a couple areas in here that we're going to hit. So take out these snails. There is no wall there. What am I doing? The first thing I'm going to do, which this isn't the best path to take, but we're just going to take it because this is how I did it. We're going to go all the way down. Pick up all the loot that we can for right now. Just going to clear some stuff out so it's a little easy for us to get back through. There is the boss door. We're not going to go do the boss yet. There's snails that are dropped down on you. Take them out. So once they're down, let's head back. Back from whence we came. Sorry, I'm having a lot of brain farts in this dungeon here. So back where we came into this big open area. And what we're going to do is we're going to head back up this hill here. We're going to head up onto this ledge. Keep going up this narrow ledge here. Here is an illusionary wall, and this will be our crystal spear. And that's straight up the ledge if you're kind of following the ledge of the cliff there, not the wall. So now what we're going to do is we're going to travel back to the beginning of the dungeon, come back into this big room like we had done before where those snails were, hop on that crystal, take it all the way over across the next crystal, and there will be a little cave here. I'm sorry I did not catch the footage. I think that I didn't hit record once again getting here, but all you have to do is start from the beginning of where we enter that big area, hug the very right wall, hop on the crystal, and come on in here. And there are 3 of these sorcerers waiting for us. So pop this open, get our Crystalian Summons. We remember those guys, fuck them. You're about to see them again though. It's going to be even worse this time because there's 3 of them. So definitely bring strike damage weapons, or you're going to be jump attacking all of them, or unless you have some real big heavy weapons. I'm going to be doing it with these rapiers, which is a stupid ass idea, which you will see. It takes a while, but I'm basically relying on jump attacks so I don't get staggered every time I hit them. But either way, whatever you're using, once you break their poise, they are then, anytime you hit them, they get staggered, and they're just like tissue paper at that point. So, enough about that. Let's head in. Now let's take these guys down. We got the staff, the ring blade, and the spear dude. The spear dude's my least favorite, but luckily he aggroed onto my jellyfish. And I don't really care if my jellyfish dies. I just want to at least get one of these guys down, preferably the sorcerer, because he's the one that does the most big attacks. That's not happening right now. I gotta take whoever's closest to me. The spear guy's aggressive, so he's kind of hard to get away from you. You don't have a lot of time to get him away from you or to do anything when he's aggroed. So if he is aggro like this guy is, hit a jump attack, hit him a couple times, back away, and do it again. So these guys are all at full health. I'm highly considering just dying and switching my weapons up at this point, but then I think to myself, you know what, this ain't the way to go out. Let's kill these guys with rapiers. Probably the worst weapon to use against them, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna be a pain in the ass. We're gonna jump attack the whole time, and there's the break. There's the crit. And there they are once they're broken. They can't do shit. You just keep attacking them, they can't do anything. Unless you run out of stamina. Another big crit, and he's dead. So they're not too bad. You just gotta break them first. So now I'm gonna go for the staff user, because that's the most threatening of the two here. And we're gonna do the exact same thing to both of them. Alright, this guy's about dead. Big crit. Fuck him up. Alright, that'll be it, guys. We got the Crystal Torrent. That's the last part of Caelid Part 3. Next we're going to be going into the Dragon Barrow, which is part of Caelid. It's a little bit tougher, but you guys can do it, and it'll be real quick. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, got what you needed, got all the loot. I'll catch you next time. Stay cool.